We become what we think about, except most people don't know what they're thinking about. That might be one of the most interesting discoveries you might ever come across. We become what we think about, but we don't know what we're thinking about. The modern mind is like a hoarder's house. There's too many thoughts. There's too much going on in there. So it comes out like overstimulation, like anxiety, like depression, restlessness, like our attention being split in 6 different directions at once. We don't know what we're thinking about. It's unorganized in there. So even if we did want to run an experiment on we become what we think about, we wouldn't have the attention span for it anyways. We need our attention. We need to be able to focus and persist on something. So this training ground that we have right now on this social media culture, we're being trained to lose interest, to break attention after 2 seconds. So on top of that, and the overstimulus, the too much, the always consuming, the more, the screens, the porn, the alcohol, the conversations, it's overstimulating. There's too much going on in the modern mind. But if we did take inventory of the things that we're thinking about, we would find thoughts of fear. We would find thoughts of doubt, of uncertainty, stories of guilt and shame and not capable, and I can't do that. So these are the seeds that are being planted into the subconscious. So when we look at this quote from Earl Nightingale, he says, "You become what you think about." We can look at it like a natural law, like a natural process. Just like you would plant seeds in the earth. You plant that seed in the earth, you water it, you revisit it, you nurture it, you feed it again and again and again and again, and days go by and nothing happens. You've planted this thing and days go, nothing is happening, but you keep watering it, you keep watering it. All of a sudden, a couple weeks go by and boom, something pops up. But we don't think about it like that because we understand that process very clearly. You can look at your mind the same way. Take inventory of where your mind goes. What are you thinking about? Be honest with yourself in that question. What are you thinking about? Take inventory of the seeds you're planting into the subconscious to take form out here. The Bible says, as within, so without. So just like this seed planting process, like we plant a seed in the earth, we want to treat our minds the same way. So you take inventory on your thoughts. You take inventory on not only the thoughts, the things you're thinking about, but also the feelings associated with them. Feeling is where you plant it into the subconscious. Neville Goddard from the mid-1900s has a really nice book called Feeling is the Secret. It's about feeling something different than what you've always felt. So we need to become aware of the things that we're thinking about and how we're feeling. So all throughout your day, take inventory. See what you're thinking about. Come back to it. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? And become aware of the thoughts, beliefs, and inner stories that run on autopilot. That step right there, just becoming aware of what you think about, is such a big step. So you can see where we're going with this, right? You become aware of what you're thinking about, then you choose what you want to think about. You choose the thoughts and the feelings that you want to put in here, that you want to plant into the subconscious. And like I mentioned, to do this work, you need your attention. You need your focus. You need to persist with this. Okay? So just like planting a seed in the earth, you plant a seed in your mind, an idea of abundance, of prosperity, of your desire, and you nurture it. You come back to it. All throughout your day, you think about it, and you water it. You feed it. You let it marinate in your mind. You see it with greater detail day after day. You think about it more and more. That's how you nurture it. That's how you feed it. That's how you water it. And if you persist with that, just like you would persist with watering that seed in the earth, if you persist with this, you'll see that eventually something sprouts in your external world. And there's movement. Something happens. An opportunity comes up. A relationship, a conversation leads to somewhere. Something random takes place. Something sprouts up. So just like nurturing the seed in the earth where you water it, you nurture the seed in your mind, this idea. And you put more and more attention and energy, focus towards that thing. You paint the thing clearer and clearer in your mind as you get these repetitions in day after day. So what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Take inventory of what you're thinking about. When you put this experiment into place for yourself, persist with it. Take it a little further. Treat it like a seasonal process. Treat it like a growth process. We would never rush that seed being planted in the earth. We would never try to rush that thing, because we know how that works. We would never try to rush a pregnancy. Be like, come on, hurry up. It's not working. We would never rush that. Same thing goes with this. Treat it like a natural process, to where you just got to get the reps in, the inputs. Treat it like information, like data. You just got to get the reps in. You got to nurture it. You got to feed it more energy.